Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long was 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games and sometimes friends. But Long was 1975.
Hey YouTube, Longboys Post 1975, and welcome to another Fat Friday video, series of videos where I take a look at some of the more interesting things you can find to eat in the high street. This is definitely up there in the list of more interesting things I could find to eat in the high street. This is in fact brand new. This, for once, this is absolutely nothing to do with Iceland, but you could argue that this Carolina Reaper, I don't want to say fad because it's been going on for 2 years, and yes, my mouth has gone. It's been going on for 2 years, and obviously Iceland have made a very successful living out of it. Limited edition curries and things like that. The chicken wings are the permanent addition to their products that, you know, is in year out. But basically, you name it, they've done it. The fish was a very interesting one. Battered Carolina Reaper fish portions. But basically, other supermarkets have clearly looked at this and thought, I want a bit of that Carolina Reaper pie. And so ASDA, I don't know how I didn't see this. It was on one of their ends. It's part of their kind of barbecue range of products. Obviously, the majority of them are supposed to be done in the oven because they have a whole, it's ribs, okay, it's ribs. I mean, let's just get this out there, okay. I like ribs, I like Carolina Reaper, everything's coming up Millhouse, but they have a whole range of ribs. They have sticky sweet barbecue, smoky barbecue, they have beef portions, things like that. They have the buffalo chicken wings that I tried a couple of months ago. They were all right, but they basically have this range of chilled products in their freezer section that are boxed like this. This was £4, but two of these together are £7.50, which may not sound like a big deal for this if it's £4, but the majority of these things are actually £4.50. So there are offers going on and stuff like that. But anyway, that is all aside, because I saw this and I absolutely fucking love ribs, but I thought Carolina Reaper, what does it say? ASDA Extreme Heat Carolina Reaper 5 chili rating pork ribs, marinated in fiery spices with a flaming Carolina Reaper chili sauce. Serves two, bollocks, serves me, but it is, what is that, 600 grams and cook in 30 minutes. Quality checked, just in case you were wondering. But yeah, so, I mean, come on. Carolina Reaper, well, I'm guessing you have to put the sauce on yourself. Well, actually, spoilers, you do, because I've read the back. Basically, you cook it for 25 minutes. It's 200 degrees Celsius or 180 degrees Celsius if you have a fan like I do, for we cannot for the Fahrenheit in this house. And then 25 minutes in, you cook it in a low-sided tray. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. I'm assuming that's to allow the hurt. Well, possibly I will be allowing the hurt to circulate after I eat this. I don't know though, we'll hold forth on that until we get into it. The heat to circulate, and then you marinate with the sauce sachet of Carolina Reaper chili sauce, bang it back in the oven, extra 5 minutes, job's a good one. Yeah, don't cover it in foil or any of that guff or shit like that, so that's kind of cool. I did have a quick look at the ingredients. The light is shite in here, so I should do my best to read them, but anyway, sorry. Slow cooked pork ribs with added water. I love they say with added water as if it's somehow, you know, a good thing. It's the bulk size, isn't it? Bulk weight, I should say, and it's why it will spit like a bastard when it cooks. Anyway, yeah, with added water and a Carolina Reaper chili marinade with a sachet of Carolina Reaper sauce. That to me suggests that the ribs themselves are already marinated, which is a good thing. And then you get an additional sachet of sauce, a sachet if you will, to re-marinate them with. Anyway, pork ribs, 75%. Carolina Reaper chili sauce, 13%. That's the sachet, I'm guessing. Then water dextrose, chili puree, so anything after that is in brackets, after the sauce, is what's actually marinated onto the ribs themselves. So there's going to be heat in the ribs themselves. Maybe I should take one piece off and do a blind test compared to, or a stock test, if you will, compared to when it's marinated. But that does involve me having to remember it after this part where I am preheating the oven and reading this stuff to you, and I'm bloody hungry and so's Robert, so possibly, I don't know, I'll try and remember. So anyway, right, so after that we have tomato puree, rapeseed oil, corn flour, spices, it doesn't say what, it just says spices, garlic puree, Carolina Reaper chili powder, chili extract, salt, paprika extract, sunflower oil, water, spices, sugar, glucose syrup, tapioca starch. So, oh, Carolina Reaper chili powder, that's towards the bottom. So basically there are a bunch of spices in this, such as, well, standard chili powder, chili extract, paprika extract, and there's also Carolina Reaper already on the ribs before we get to the sachet of sauce. So I am very much looking forward to this. ASDA have done a few other Carolina Reaper based products. If you remember, I tried their Carolina Reaper foot-long hot dogs. The thing is, right, Carolina Reaper is the hottest chili. Is it the hottest chili or is it the second hottest chili? I don't know. So I always find it funny. I'm basing this though purely off how strong Iceland's Carolina Reaper curry is. I still have 2 of those. I should probably revisit that because they're discontinued now, but I future-proofed myself to see if it's still as hot. But yeah, basing it on that, it should be nuclear. But the other products ASDA have done, such as their foot-long hot dogs, which were very nice, they're only a 3 chili rating, and I do not associate 3 chilies with Carolina Reaper. Anyway, I forgot to read on the back. Try our flaming hot marinated pork ribs with a fiery Carolina Reaper chili sauce. Deliciously tasty and devilishly spicy. I'll be the judge of that. We've used the hottest pepper in the world, so it is then, I guess, to really set your taste buds on fire. The nicest ribs I ever had in my life. And this is when I still lived in Canada and used to have tickets for the Habs, and we used to go to the Bell Centre, and we used to have I used to have, other people's mileage may have varied, but I always used to have the ribs in St Hubert, in one that was at the bottom of the Bell Centre. I love their ribs, absolutely love their ribs. Very expensive, particularly because they were in the Bell Centre. I'm pretty sure they were in the Bell Centre. I don't know, it was a while ago. And then we go and watch hockey, and that's where my love of ribs grew from. Also, I like the fact that you could buy St Hubert sauces in the supermarkets over there to make your own versions of these meals at home, including a St Hubert. Hey, anyone who watches this video from Canada, all 2 of you, can you still buy the St Hubert poutine sauce? It used to come in a tin. Yeah, poutine gravy, not sauce, gravy, but because I really need to import some of that. But anyway, as always, I do these videos in real time. I just realised they've kind of stolen the ticker tape from Iceland, you know, like the police warning tape, and they've deliberately done the red and yellow to make it stand out and look like warning. Warning, this will blow you away. Anyway, as always, I do this video in real time. So yeah, these are chilled, by the way. Did I mention they're chilled? They're chilled. So hopefully the oven is preheated to 180 degrees Celsius, for we care not for the Fahrenheit. Let's go downstairs. Obviously the ribs themselves will be sealed in plastic, so let's open them up, bang them on a baking tray, and let's see what they smell like pre-sauce. And obviously we don't have to stick the sauce in a jar of hot water or anything like that. We just need to set it to one side. As always, I'm absolutely fucking starving when I make this series of videos, and possibly it's not the weather for me to eat this, because it's currently 27 degrees Celsius outside, and it's what, just touched, before I care not for the Fahrenheit, midday, and it's supposed to go up to 30 degrees. Anyone knows me, probably because I am a day sleeper, not a massive fan of the weather, and I get so annoyed when every single person on every TV program, you know, and weather report in the morning goes, good news everyone, it's going to be 34 degrees in London apparently. No, says you in your air-conditioned studio, mate. Says you in your air-conditioned studio. Anyway, yeah, so eating something this hot and spicy may not be the best route to go when you want to cool down, although it's quite pleasant in the house at the moment, to be fair. Anyway, I've talked enough bollocks. Let's go downstairs and see what this bad boy is like. Anyway, oven's just preheated. Anyway, we do have one new addition to... Oh, sorry, hang on. Welcome to Eddie's Bar. We do have one new addition to Eddie's Bar. We have Aunt May's Bajan pepper sauce. I'm guessing that's the parts of the world where it comes. Look at that, where it comes from. Bazza H recommended this to me. He said his missus has an incredible tolerance for hot sauce, and even she struggled with this. So obviously I won't be putting it on this. Anyway, I have opened it. I just realised, look, see, extreme. So let's have a look what we get in the packet. And so you can clearly see, yeah, it looks like a cow's just given birth again, doesn't it? That's the bottom. You can clearly see there is, you know, definite, well, we knew it was definitely marinated before we put this on, which is just as well, because they did kind of stimp with that, I'm not going to lie. But it does look good, doesn't it? But yeah, this is obviously pre-marinated and stuff, so that's kind of cool. Will this fit? Kinda. Do we have a bigger baking tray? I think we got a bigger baking tray. I think he took that guy's wallet. Yeah, right, hang on. This is me. Look how prepared I am. Right, does that fit? Pretty much the same size tray, but that has lower size, and that's exactly what the instructions called for. So, I'm going to put you down, cut this, open it, bang it on the tray, and we'll get a whiff to see how hot it smells. It does definitely look like it's got potential. That's actually a better fit than I thought it would be. I think, is that the bottom? Yeah, you can feel it from the ribs there and on the bottom. So that's, sorry, that's the top. And I've got the bottom face down on the tray. I can tell you, that definitely smells. That smells pokey. That smells really, really pokey. It'll be interesting to see how hot that is before we put that on. So when I've done it for 25 minutes, I might lop a bit. Look at it, mind. I might lop a bit off the end and put it to one side. So we can, I'm dying here, and so is Robert. So we could try it before that, because if it's super hot by itself, and it gets even hotter with that, then that's shit that I'm definitely on board with. So where's, oh, my phone's in my pocket, and I got shit on my hands. Right, hang on. Also, since you all look forward to this part, the weather today, well, there you go. In case you're wondering what 27 degrees looks like in my neck of the woods, which is Bristol, that's what 27 degrees looks like in my neck of the woods, which is Bristol. So bang this in, 25 minutes, and then obviously we bang the marinade on. I don't know why I've repeated every set of instructions 3 times. I'm just hungry and excited because it's been ages since I've had a Carolina Reaper based product. So you stay there. There you go. It's 12:15, which is obviously because I will be doing this on my phone. So see you in 20. I love the fact that it's so easy to cook. We're going to get all the chili goodness that I love, but there's no fucking around and, you know, like complicated cooking instructions, which to be fair I would cocoa because it's ribs. Anyway, see you in 25 minutes. Right, so we're coming up to 25 minutes. 13 seconds isn't going to harm it, is it? Doesn't smell too nuclear in here, but this is the bit, isn't it? Hang on, I'll get back. Not that time. Oh, no, that time. Actually, it does smell a bit. Right. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to cut one off, and then we're going to bang it on my plate. Pretty sure the extra 5 minutes is just for the marinade process, and that it's not going to give me food poisoning. Come on. Right, so now I'm going to have to put you down, open this bad boy, and then I don't have a marinade brush for some reason, so I'm going to have to use my hands. First world problems, first world problems. That doesn't smell that hot, so it's a little bit peppery. I'm guessing the real kick then obviously is in here, despite the fact that the back of the box listed that being already seasoned. So yeah, give me a sec. It doesn't, actually it does. Like I said, first world problems. To be fair though, you know, it's kind of therapeutic doing this. Obviously we're only going to get it on the top though. Hey, these are the instructions. I'm just doing what I say. It does definitely smell, actually. Definitely. Definitely, definitely. And that's my best Rain Man impression. Get on there. Actually, when I said earlier on, they really stimped on the sauce. They didn't really, did they? Look at that bad boy. And that, my friends, how you get third-degree burns. Right. What can I say? I'm classy, hands-on in everything. That does smell pretty. Smell purdy, in fact. Right, 5 more minutes, and then jobs are good. And I have very high hopes in you, Carolina Reaper ribs. Come on. Sorry, Windy Pops. Do not disappoint me. That's alright, I'm going to put it sideways now. And... oh, first world problems. So, see you in 5 minutes. Right, so, half an hour, give or take again. Meh, what's the 6 seconds gonna do? Again, it's I'm not noticing a massively strong smell of spice. I'm a little bit hesitant. Ooh, did I get away with it? No. Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I know it's ribs, but that's not the most attractive looking thing, is it? Right. Product. Box. Product. Box. Right. I'm going to plate this up. I'm just going to cut it in half and bang it on the plate. And then I'll take a knife up with me. But it's ribs, okay? There's just no easy way to eat ribs without looking like a dirty, gluttonous, messy fuck. So, anyway, let's plate this. But I'm dying. Again, there's a lack of smell. But hey, can't write it off yet. Can't write it off yet. Anyway, got to plate this up. It does look kind of decent, actually. Now I've just slapped it in half and banged it on the plate. Also, spatulas, they are your friend. That little guy looks a little bit pathetic on his own. Anyway, my fire extinguisher of choice is, once again, actual genuine non-diet lilt, because I still, for the life of me, can't get anywhere any diet knockoff supermarket lilt, which is really disappointing, because like I said, it's better than the actual regular premium non-knockoff lilt. I know, what a world we live in. Crazy. Alrighty then, let's get into it. Continuity buffs, if you out there may have noticed something. Yep, that's right, I changed my shirt. Only an absolute madman would eat ribs with his fingers. That does smell pretty good right now, actually. Patience, Robert, patience. Would eat ribs with his fingers in a white shirt. That smells pretty good. But, I mean, there's a kick. Yeah, there's a kick, but I've smelled far more Carolina Reaper products, if that makes sense. Now, I'm dying. According to the back of the box, these ribs, and they smelt it, and you could see it within the plastic. I don't know why I'm looking at my hand when I say within the plastic. Within the plastic container that the ribs were sealed in, you could see the orange. You could see there was seasoning in there, you know, Reaper seasoning. So, 2 tears in a bucket. We're going to try an unmarinated or self-marinated, non-extra marinade rib. Oh. Yes. Oh. Oh. I was just going to say, I do it every week. There is a kick to that before we even get to that. Oh. Yeah, nose is gone. Straight to the back of the throat. They are definitely pre-marinated. The pork itself, very nice. It's ribs. It's kind of that fatty meat, but you like the fat on ribs because it gives it that bit of extra flavour. Tongue's gone. That is hot. That is definitely hot. That is, before we even get, I'm a little bit, should I say, no, I'm not concerned. I'm a little bit, well, I'm very, very interested now. It's funny, you saw me wash my hands, and I dried my hands, and I washed my hands again, then I scratched my eye. Then I had to go and rinse my eye out with water because that was burning. But lips are gone, back of the throat's gone. That's just one rib, and that's before we put any of the extra sauce on it. So, palate cleanse. I don't know why I'm putting the top back on. Again, you cannot eat ribs, excuse me, without looking like a gluttonous. I can't get one off. Fuck. But they're ribs. It's like episode Inspector 34 in the Adventures of Pete and Pete. Who's seen that? Where he thinks the Krebs star Inspector 34 and puts this, you know, this product was inspected by Inspector 34 card in all of Pete's underwear. Thinks he's his guardian angel, so he finally meets him, but he eats barbecue chicken with a knife and fork, and they spend the entire episode telling him to, no, just eat it with your fingers. It literally just fell off the bone, which is a good sign. So, oh, waste. Definitely 2 tears in a bucket. And we wait. It's like the non-marinated piece was hotter. That's a bit weird. I've had a... Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's hot. These ribs are fantastic though. Honestly, look. Excuse me, pig. There's heat. I imagine by the end of this, you'll very much be aware. I don't have enough serviettes. It's not curry hot. All of my mouth is gone now. My nose is gone. My throat's on fire. My lips are on fire. It's very, very nice. My nose is a tap. It's really, really nice. It's not Carolina Reaper, voice fell there, the Carolina Reaper curry hot, but it's hotter than all those curries I've had recently. Lips are on fire. I'm not finding it unbearable, because I guess at this stage I'm so conditioned. Just noticed that my camera's on the piss, sorry. But it's got a kick. It's got a definite kick. It's hotter than their foot-long Carolina Reaper hot dogs. It's, yeah, this is, oh, and none are going to be gone after summer. This is if you like Carolina Reaper, if you like hot, but you like it on different things, such as ribs, this is a definite tryer. Why has no one done this before? Ho ho! I guess the strength, ho ho ho! Yeah, I guess the strength comes down to how I marinated it and how much. Look at this, melts off the bone. Where I, you know, rubbed in with my hands at that point on the rib. Oh, I'm so filthy, and I fucking love it. That, oh, I got a lash then. These are yeah, these have got a kick. The more you have, which to be fair is a mistake I always make, and I always state this, but the more you have, obviously the more it builds. But, and also don't be eating these if you don't want to get messy. That's not how ribs work, but whew. There's a line of sweat, and that's not because it's 27 degrees outside. I'm liking them. They are very, very nice. Can't feel my lips. Can't feel my lips. Anyway, palate cleanse. I think we have a winner. I think it's been a while since I've had something where I've felt the heat. I am definitely sweating. Ho ho. Again, it's the wrong day for this. This is what you want from ribs. It just falls off the bone. Again, if you don't want to look like a gluttonous fuck, well, that's your loss, innit? Another big lash. Oh, another big lash. Honestly, if you're a fan of the heat, get your ass to ASDA and get these. £4. I honestly recommend them. The ribs, they literally, I mean, I know it's not gourmet or anything for £4, but they literally just fall off the bone. If you aren't that much of a, you know, or don't have a high tolerance for heat, but do like a little bit of heat, try them without the marinade. And also, you can save the marinade and you can send it to me. It's a builder extreme. Oh. Carolina Reaper, seasoned ribs. I'm trying to find something to get rid of all this shit. Honestly, this is getting up there. You know, it's not nuclear for me. I am feeling it. I'm feeling it more than any of those 4-rated chili curries I've had recently. This is for months. This is hotter. This is hotter than those loaded Carolina Reaper. I am definitely sweating now. Those loaded Carolina Reaper fries. But Windy Pops, hang in there, Robert. My God. But this is a bad tasting product. This really is a bad tasting product. And also ribs. I mean, they're ribs. If you don't like ribs, there's something wrong with you. Anyway, as always, these are a new product for summer at ASDA. Cannot feel my lips. My nose is a tap, and quite frankly, my throat is just, it's gone. But yeah, this is a new product for summer. So if you've had them, I'd love to know what you think. But if you haven't, especially if you like hot food, I really do recommend them, especially if you like ribs. Oh, this has been a better Fat Friday, I can say that. Anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later. Ooh. Wow. Didn't expect that one there. See you later.